up and sit down.
Hey friends, I'm Simon.
I'm Ellie.
And if you enjoy our videos, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and smash that bell thing like it was the mountain, and can't even remember who those characters were anymore. It's been so long. And talking of Game of Thrones, and it has been a minute, anyone else really remember too much about it? I remember starting watching Game of Thrones and thinking, this is amazing, and then like halfway through thinking, I don't know. And then in the final season, going from, wow, fan service to, too much fan service, I don't know. But, all that being said, drawing a line under the past, House of the Dragon has a new trailer that's just dropped. So we're going to dive in right now and see which side of the spectrum of Game of Thronesiness it falls on. If you want to see what we think about it, then stick around until the end. But for now,
let's go.
Let's do this.
What is this brief mortal life, if not the pursuit of legacy?
Hey, dragon!
Yeah,
Stark.
nice to see
I
dragons
call it
back.
Valarian.
I, Ormond Baratheon,
promise to be faithful to King Viserys and to his named heir.
Princess Rhaenyra,
Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Men would sooner put the realm to the torch than see a woman ascend the Iron Throne.
We play an ugly game.
Wow.
You have the
Dragon's
determination
eggs.
to win it.
Oh, I see the music coming
History
in.
does not remember blood.
Whoa.
It remembers names.
Wow, so House of the Dragon coming in August. What did the trailer tell you that the teaser previously did not?
The teaser was very teasing. We saw very little.
Yeah, really.
I was planning on being very objective with this and being pretty critical because we saw how badly the last season of Game of Thrones was handled.
Fair.
But then I saw dragons and I love it and I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, I must admit, to me, it had all the elements that I liked from Game of Thrones. It had the warring families. You saw the ancestors of the Baratheons and the Hightower family. And, of course, you've got the Targaryens as well. I must admit, it's funny, the trailer ends with the word, it remembers names. By the end of the trailer, I'd forgotten all of the names that were reeled off, because it was a lot. But I honestly don't really care. It had moments that seemed like they were going to be quite action-packed. It had the kind of political intrigue. There was a lot to like, I thought, in that trailer.
And baby dragons!
And yeah, like dragons hatching from eggs. Like, who didn't like that in Game of Thrones? That was when the series, I thought, actually got really good. And I guess the other thing that I loved about Game of Thrones, which was kind of subtle, and I think because it was done so well, you didn't even notice it at times, was the sets were typically real sets. There wasn't a lot of CG used until that final season. And the clothing was so intricate, like every piece of furniture was so intricately put together, and that really struck me in this trailer as well. Just obviously they don't need to be historically accurate, but it feels very medieval. Like everything felt like it was made of oak and stone, and I love that. Like as a fan of that period of history and like Ren fairs and things, I couldn't get enough of castles and big oak tables and like steel swords. And it either looks authentic, in which case you don't even notice it, or it looks fake and it completely takes you out. And nothing in that trailer made me think, oh, this is lame. So yeah, I don't know. The attention to detail that they put in, I just think is tremendous in these shows.
Yeah. And their costuming department is pretty legendary for how much detail they put in their costumes, with them being kind of individually hand beaded, and the elaborate hairstyles as well. So I'm really looking forward, just kind of from a design perspective, the new designs that we'll see coming from this.
Yeah, and I do think, I mean, love or hate Game of Thrones, it really pushed the envelope in terms of what TV shows could accomplish. And because it was so successful at its peak, it generated more budget for TV shows. So if it wasn't for Game of Thrones, we wouldn't have some of these massive budget TV shows coming out right now. I do think when you look at the amount of effort that's gone into this show, just from the trailer alone, they've clearly spent a chunk of change on it. So I guess building on the legacy of what came before. The last thing that jumped out to me, though, was the da-da-da-da-da-da, which, like, I used to not be able to see that HBO logo come on the screen without hearing the Game of Thrones music in my head. Like, I can't watch Last Week Tonight with John Oliver without hearing no in the background in my head. So, very, very cool. I hope they resurrect that theme in some way.
They have to.
They do, right? It's just got so much cultural relevance now. I think they have to. Hey, well, thank you to everyone who clued us in that House of the Dragon is coming out and not too long away. I mean, by the time we're all complaining that it's too hot and we want to be indoors, House of the Dragon will be here to keep us company while we sit in our air-conditioned houses. Whatever, I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, then we will see you again very soon, friends, on the next Nerd Safari.
Peace out, nerds.
Shut up and sit down.